Hi everybody, welcome to Tales of Two. My name is Miss Rachel and today we are broadcasting from my backyard again. So unfortunately the storm that passed over prevented me from getting out to Cedar Run today. So we are doing my backyard again. Okay. I will say that storm was really, really cool to watch. I hope everybody is safe. And I hope that I hope that it's passed where you are, because that was pretty intense over here for a little bit. Um, so instead of doing the animals that we were going to do today, we will do them tomorrow. I promise we will have animals tomorrow. It's been crafty stuff all week so far, and we want to get to do something with the animals, but today that just didn't happen. So what we're going to do instead, in I guess honor and reference to the storm that passed, we're going to make a rain gauge. It's going to be really, really fun. It's going to be really cute. It's going to be really, really simple. Okay, this is something that you guys can do literally with stuff around your house. Okay, it'll be really, really easy and kind of fun once. Okay, so what you're going to need is a bottle. Any kind of bottle that you can cut. Okay, so I would not recommend a glass bottle. Don't go there. Don't try that. That's not going to work well. Okay, so get a plastic bottle. For this, we're actually going to cut the top part of it off. Okay, so we're going to cut the top half. You can also use something like an old cup if you want. You can use an old bowl, anything that is open at the top, or that can be open at the top, and that is mostly straight going up and down. Okay, so this one it's got a little bit of a bend in it, but it's mostly straight up and down. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to cut the top off. Okay, I'm going to tilt my camera down so you can see, and I can see you guys today. This is fun. So I'm just going to use this groove that's right here. Be very, very careful. We don't want any hurt fingers. So this rain gauge is useful for meteorologists. Okay, and what a meteorologist is somebody that studies the weather, that is going to predict the weather to an extent, and try and make the rest of our lives a lot easier. Okay, I did not look at the weather today, so I did not realize that there was going to be a huge storm, which is why I'm doing this from home today. Okay, that's what you get for not paying attention to the meteorologists. Okay, so this rain gauge is going to help them judge how much water they've gotten in a period of time. Okay, now that will tell us what sorts of impact it's going to have. If you have a lot of water in a very, very short amount of time, especially after a drought or something like that, that could cause flooding. That could lead to flooding. If you have a lot of water over a very, very long period of time, over an extended period of time in some areas, that can cause things like landslides if you saturate the soil so much with so much water. Okay, so having a rain gauge gives you a little bit of an idea about what the environment is going to be like. Okay, and what maybe what's in your immediate area. Okay, so we're going to do a very, very quick, a very, very simple rain gauge. Okay, this is not going to be super, super scientific. This one's just for fun. Okay, so you have your bottle cut in half, or rather cut so that you've got a top off of it. Now you're going to mark it. So when we in the US mark a rain gauge, we're marking in inches, and we measure it in inches per hour generally. So we're going to have a rain gauge that is going to be marked in inch high increments. Okay, and every time it rains, you're going to be able to measure exactly how much water is inside this this bottle, this measuring device. Okay, the rain gauge, and they're going to be able to tell you exactly how much rain has fallen over a larger area. Okay, so for this, tilt back down again. I have my ruler. Hey, ruler. There we go. Angles, sunshine. Oh my goodness. It is bright and sunny right now. Never would have thought of this, like, I don't know, 2 hours ago? No, an hour and a half ago, not even, when it was dark outside. So, you've got your 0 marker down here. Okay, so you're going to mark 1 inch. You're going to mark 2 inch. Now, you can also mark half inches, so you can mark half inches smaller. And that generally gives you a better idea of how much rain has actually fallen, because it's rarely ever a full inch. Okay? Most times it's maybe a half inch, maybe a quarter inch, something like that. Okay? So just use your best judgment. Mark it up as you go. 5, and I'm going to go up to 6 here. And 6 is right there. Okay? So, I have, I don't know if you guys can see that on there. There we go. I have my measurements. And I'm going to number them just so that I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I really, really hope we don't get more than 6 inches of rain here in Philadelphia or New Jersey, because that would be a big mess. So this is what I got so far. Okay. Now, what they tell you to do too, if you're going to leave your rain gauge out for a while, is to take the top part of it and just put that right over top. Now, what that'll do is create a barrier to keep your rain from evaporating if you're leaving it out for a while. Okay. Now, what it also does is create a funnel. Okay. Now, that should also help bugs from getting inside of it too, so you won't have that to worry about, hopefully. Now, as it is, that's done. That's your rain gauge. That's done. Now, this is very, very light, and if it were in a storm like just passed, this would blow away in an instant. So what they tell you to do is to bury it a little bit. So you can actually dig a hole. You can put it in the hole. You can mount it. So this one has like a neck to it. So you can put something around that and mount it to a pole or something like that. In my yard, I don't have too much like that. So I'm going to take a couple bricks and just kind of cement it around, and hopefully that'll keep it steady for a while. If it does, great. If it doesn't, okay. All right. So that's our rain gauge. Again, tomorrow, since we've been doing crafty stuff all week so far, tomorrow we will be doing animals. We haven't decided which ones yet, but we will be doing some sort of animal because we need to do animals too. We miss them. Okay. And we know you guys do too. So we're going to do some animals tomorrow. We do have, well, as always, our nature center is closed, unfortunately, still. Our wildlife housing area and our trails are still open. So if it's gorgeous like it is right now, please feel free to come out and visit us. If you have a baby animal or if you find a hurt animal outside, our wildlife hospital is still taking in animals. Please give us a call before you bring it in. Okay. If you guys have any questions, we're here. And thank you guys very much for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.